What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Tyler Davis, and in today's video here on the channel, we're going to break down the Sunday Night Football showdown between the New England Patriots, my New England Patriots here in Boston, going on the road against the Buffalo Bills. I do believe the Patriots are going to have a chance to fight for this AFC East. I think they have a chance at the wild card. Of course, I think the Bills are the best team in the division. They're going to win the division. I think my Patriots have a chance at a wild card spot this year. So this is a massive AFC East game on Sunday Night Football. Drake May going against Josh Allen, who a lot of people have compared, saying, Drake May's game resembles Josh Allen. So a little bit of that, student versus mentor type of matchup here. Going to be a good one, though, in Buffalo. Going to be tough for the Patriots to win. But we're going to break it down here on the channel, talk about the best plays, tournament plays, cash game plays, some of the best salary options. So make sure if you do enjoy this content, you are subscribed to the channel. Hit this video with a like. Any questions, as always, let me know, of course, down in the comments below. Check out the Patreon, down link in the description below, if you want all my best plays for each and every single slate of the NFL season. All right. Let's start with the New England Patriots here. Of course, we got Drake May at the quarterback position. He's easily the highest price on the slate for a good reason. It's basically the Drake May show. 3 games in a row over 20 fantasy points here. He's gone close to 300 yards a couple times this season. At least 2 touchdowns in the last 3 games as well. And we know he has a little bit of rushing upside that we love to see. Now, the question always is with Drake May is, who do you pair him with? Who do you stack him with? You never know. You got Steph Diggs. You got Keyshawn Boutte, you got Mac Hollins, Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper. Like, there's a bunch of options. Pop Douglas. They're kind of rotating these receivers for the most part. We saw Steph Diggs get his most snaps of the season last week, and it paid off. 7 targets, 100 yards, 19 fantasy points. And so I expect Steph Diggs to keep ramping up as the season goes on. So he's one of the best spend-up options for tournaments on the slate. But speaking of Drake May, every format, cash games, tournaments, every format you want to try to get this guy in your roster, no matter what it is. And if you're gonna play him at the captain spot, like I said, I'd probably stack him with at least 2 to 3 pass catchers. Another pass catcher we can do that with is Hunter Henry here, $7,600. He's been phenomenal, and Drake May really trust this guy. You can tell. 2 weeks ago against Pittsburgh, 11 targets, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. Obviously, last week only 2 targets, but did get in the end zone. And that's really all you can hope for from a tight end, is to get in that end zone. He probably won't make my cash games, but he's definitely a great tournament option. Hunter Henry at 7,600. Then you got Travion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson, and Antonio Gibson. A real 3-way committee here in the backfield. Gibson got 6 carries last week for 27 yards, got in the end zone, his best game of the season, or one of his best games of the season. You got Travion Henderson, who had 7 carries last week, 2 targets. And Ramondre Stevenson, who's had some trouble fumbling the ball, still got 9 carries, 38 yards. So you got a full-blown committee here. To be honest with you, I don't have a lot of interest here. If I am going to play any of them, I'm setting a rule where I max 1 of Henderson, Stevenson, and Gibson. I'm not playing any of them together. I think they all eat into each other's upside for the most part. You could make a case for like Henderson catching the ball and then running the ball with Stevenson. I think I'm just avoiding it, and I'm maxing 1 of them. I'm not playing any of them together. If I had to choose my favorite, it's probably Henderson, because they're going to be trailing in this game, have to pass from behind. I think Gibson can run some routes as well, though. But, yeah, like I said, for the most part, I'm avoiding that situation. Then you got Keyshawn Boutte, who we thought in week 1, this was the guy, 8 targets, 100 yards. He's really, hasn't been as productive the last couple games. He's still going to be out there a bunch. The price tag isn't terrible, where, like I said, they're going to be trailing in this game. They have to throw the ball, so I don't mind, throwing Boutte in some tournament lineups in your flex spot. Probably not much interest in the captain spot. Probably not much interest in cash games. Then you got Andy Beregalis, the kicker here for the Patriots. He's been okay. Started off the season a little rusty. Got a little bit better the last few weeks. Not much interest here against Buffalo. I prefer the Buffalo side with Prater for the kicker, which we'll get to. Then you get the Patriots defense. Patriots defense, I think, is good, but I don't want to play them on the road against Buffalo. Buffalo is just too dialed in. They are too good right now. No interest here in the Patriots defense. You got Mac Hollins, Demario Douglas, and Kyle Williams. These guys will all kind of rotate. Hollins, he'll be out there a bunch. He's kind of like the guy that runs cardio, does a lot of blocking. He's a good, real life fit for a team, right? Does a lot of the dirty work, does all that type of stuff. He does have 2 touchdowns on the year, and the price tag isn't bad at 2,800. So I'd be willing to keep him in my player pool for some large field tournaments, but there's not much upside here. I would not go to him in the captain spot. Austin Hooper, who, they do a lot of two tight end sets here in this Josh McDaniels offense, so he will be out there a good bunch. Not like a known pass catcher at this point in his career, but he will have some low A-dot stuff. At 2,400, you can throw him in there too. If he just falls in the end zone, he's going to pay off that salary. Then you got Pop Douglas, Kyle Williams. Really disappointing season so far for Pop Douglas. I mean, 5 catches, 13 yards. It seems like Mike Vrabel, Josh McDaniels, they can't really find a fit for Pop Douglas right now. And then you got Kyle Williams, who Hasn't played much. I do expect the season goes on that Kyle Williams will play more snaps, but right now it's not the case. I think if you are playing any of these guys, Hollins, Douglas, Williams, I'm probably setting a rule there where I max one as well, and that'd be large field tournaments only. This is a quick timeout to let you guys know that I've been a pro DFS player for over 5 years and have over $100,000 in career winnings. And now I'm giving away all my secrets, which you can check out at patreon.com/tdavisbrand. The link is also in the description below. It's going to give you a cheat sheet for every major slate of the NFL season. So Thursday Night Football, Sunday main slate, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, all the major slates, whether it be Showdown or the regular classic slates, you'll have access to my cheat sheet, as well as access to my private Discord where you can ask me anything fantasy football related. And I also have a NFL DFS ebook, How to Win at Daily Fantasy Football. It goes over every strategy you would want to win some cold hard cash this upcoming NFL season. We talk about things like bankroll management, contest selection, how to win GPPs, cash games, etc. So sign up for the free ebook down in the link in the description below. For me. All right, let's go to the Buffalo side here. We're going to have a lot of options we can look at. Of course, Josh Allen. I don't need to say much about this guy. You play him in all formats. I think him and Drake May, you got to try to get them both in your cash games if you can. And, of course, Josh Allen. I mean, there's not much to say. This guy is the MVP for a reason. All formats. If you're playing him at captain, of course, we want to stack him with a couple guys. And I don't even mind throwing James Cook in there with him. James Cook has been outstanding, like maybe the best running back in the NFL up to this point. 400 yards on the ground already, 5 touchdowns. He does it in the passing game as well. For all 4 games, over 20 fantasy points. So James Cook, another standalone play here at captain and in flex. You can play him and Allen together. I know it's a little bit pricey, but there's not too much expensive stuff on the Patriots side, so I think you can definitely do it. Then you got a bunch of receivers. They rotate in and out. Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, Josh Palmer, Elijah Moore. We saw Curtis Samuel play a decent amount of snaps last week. They have Tyrell Shavers as well. They'll rotate in and out. Shakir is definitely the safest receiver option in that slot position, back-to-back weeks with a touchdown. Price tag's a little bit higher than I'd like. I think he's tournament only for me, but he does have that upside. Keon Coleman, we saw it in week 1. We haven't seen it since. Week 1, that's the upside we thought we'd get from Keon Coleman. Matchup's a little bit tough. Patriots corners are pretty good there. I don't think I have much interest in Coleman. Tournament only for me once again here. Dalton Kincaid, 7,400. Didn't play a lot of snaps last week, but has gotten the end zone 3 times this year already. Got in the end zone the last 2 weeks. Only 2 targets, but did get in the end zone. Not interested in that price tag. Tournament only, and it's going to be very thin. I think I prefer going to Shakir and Coleman over Kincaid as well at that price tag. There'll be a couple other value guys we mentioned. I like Matt Prater here, value kicker. He has a big leg. We've seen it. He's been solid for the Bills here. He's 8 for 9. We know he has a big leg from his years back in Denver. Matt Prater, I think, is a good source of value here. Bills defense, I do kind of like in this spot. I don't think their defense is as good as in years past. I think they're a little bit older. They don't have a lot of that juice, but I still think here, and I think Patriots offense will score, and I think they'll be okay. I think the Bills defense can be viable at only 4,200. That's pretty cheap for a good defense at home. So I like that price tag there. Then you got Palmer, Moore, Samuel, Shavers. I'm probably setting a rule here where I max one. Palmer's out there for a good amount of snaps, but Josh Allen hasn't been able to find this guy yet. He's kind of just out there running cardio. You got Elijah Moore, who'll rotate in for some snaps. Curtis Samuel, we saw play 11 routes last week, 2 targets. And Tyrell Shavers, who, see a bump now with Curtis Samuel back. So I'm definitely setting a rule where I'm maxing one of those receivers. I kind of like Dawson Knox here and Jackson Hawes as well. They run a lot of these 3 tight end sets. So I definitely set a rule where I max one of Knox and Hawes, but I think both of them can make your large field player pools for sure. Knox, we've seen in years past, can get the job done. He's out there more to block, and we've seen Jackson Hawes, same thing. He's up there to block, but he has a catch in every single game. And at 600 price tag, if he catches one in the end zone, like he did in week number 3, then he's going to pay off that salary. So I don't mind including Knox and Hawes in your large field. Then you have Ray Davis and Tyler Johnson here. He plays more on 3rd downs. He's kind of that pass blocking, so he might catch a couple passes for you at not a bad price tag. And then you got Ray Davis, who, he might get some carries. If this game were to turn to a blowout, you might see more carries for Ray Davis. So if you want to play that type of narrative here that the Bills are going to blow out the Patriots, Ray Davis might have some value in the 4th quarter to get you some carries, maybe get into the end zone. So I think the Bills have some decent values here. It's just about who do we want to play and trying to rotating them, in and out and setting rules here where you're not getting too exposed to all these cheap values for the Bills. So that does it for the Patriots Bills showdown slate here. Make sure you check out the Patreon if you want all the whole list of all my best plays, my cheat sheet for this Sunday Night Football slate. Hope you guys check out all the videos here for week number 5. We'll be back with our Monday Night Football video as well. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and give this video a like. I appreciate it so much, as well as subscribe to the channel here on YouTube so you can check out all the videos that I have to offer.